the kids about a narcissist. Now, when the mask slips and we see what is behind it, and there's a huge desire to obviously let everybody know that who they think this person is and what, who they actually are. And that's, of course, including the children. You want to let the kids know so that they're not going to fall into this trap and everything. But here's one of those times where you have to weigh in the kids here, versus the need for you to expose the narcissist, to the children. So here are some of the 5 things that you should not tell the kids. Number 1, this is a big one. Don't ever tell the kids that the narcissist doesn't love them. We know they don't love them. That's a fact, based on what they're doing. But if this is where you consider the kids' emotional health. If you tell the kids that outright that the narcissist doesn't love them, no matter how you try to compensate for that, as in trying to show them love and everything, they always will wonder why they don't love them, and you seem to have no problem loving them. So what is it that they did that they didn't? The narcissist doesn't love them. That will get them all. You really you want to pay attention to the psychological or the mental state of the kids. So you don't know how far that will go. So you don't ever mention that. Rather, you show them what love is, because as the children get older, we tend to not give them enough credit. They will start to line up what it is to love somebody and show it, because obviously the narcissist's action and words will never line up. So eventually they will see this, so you don't even need to say it. They will see it as they get older and know what value that other people are placing on them and on other things, that they will see this themselves without you outright telling them, no, the narcissist doesn't love you. 2 is don't go for the narcissist. What I mean by that is, when the narcissist disappoints the kids, which they will do, always do, don't sit down and tell them, or make excuses for them, because they overworked them, they worked late, that's why they couldn't get up this morning to do this for you like they promised, or those kind of things that happen while you guys were still together, and you were doing double the job. But now that you guys are not living together, you do not, even if you are still living together, and you're listening to this, don't try to cover for the narcissist, because what will end up happening is, and let's not confuse this with having a plan B when the narcissist disappoints the kids. Having a plan B when narcissist disappoints the kids is you, let's say he's, like I said, trying to take them to the water park or something like that, and you know for sure that they're not going to show based on a past history. You make alternative plans that you immediately switch to when that doesn't, that plan falls apart with them. But covering for them is now telling the kids, making excuses for the narcissist. They worked late, they did this, or they did that. What ends up happening is, you don't want the misplaced anger, the transferred aggression that will come with this with time, when they keep doing this and you keep, covering for them. With time, the kids are going to start taking the anger they want to take on you, because somehow you are linked, with that whole thing. So, and you are the closest person. You are the ones they can easily approach. They might not be able to approach the narcissist, of course. So whatever anger they'll feel towards the narcissist with this whole disappointment they keep having, now shift to you, that it keeps making excuses, directly or indirectly. So don't confuse that with having a plan B for when they disappoint these kids or when they ghost the kids. Do not cover them, or cover for them. Another one is, don't outright sit down and tell them all the evil thing the narcissist did, in front of people, or or whatever they can hear it. You don't want to have that. The narcissist is already over there talking about how crazy you are, and how probably you're stalking them or whatever, and all so many things. So you don't want to, while you're venting, and vent to the kids. I guess that's what I'm saying. Don't vent to the kids. You vent to another adult. Don't vent to the kids. As frustrated as you, because sometimes you really get there, really, really, like they push you all the way down there. you don't vent to the kids. You take that to an adult somewhere, because you don't want them to have some kind of confirmation of whatever rubbish they're telling them on that side, because the narcissist will be telling them stories about. Another thing is that this kind of ties to the first point. This point is when you guys are having bonding time together. The kids are visiting you, or they're coming back from a visit, and aside from the whatever they tell you that happened over there, like just to update you, but aside from that, but when you guys are having a bonding time where this is your weekend, you're hanging out or you're doing something, you do not bring the narcissist, start discussing the narcissist, whatever is going on in their life. It doesn't even have to be anything bad. It don't have to be anything, crazy. But whatever is going on in their life, maybe with a new supplier, or they have another supplier, or whatever that is outside of what you guys are supposed to be doing, and you're discussing the new supply. Because when you do this, it kind of creates like something is missing in the circle, which you don't want to have that message sent to the kids where, we're not complete, because you want to have that message of we are content with however many we are. Yes, the narcissist is missing in action. They're supposed to be here, but either they abandon the family, or you run out of there to save yourself. You make your bonding time. That is not the time to discuss whatever the narcissist is doing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything bad or crazy. Just don't discuss the narcissist during your bonding time, whether the kids are visiting you, or they're coming back from a visit, and it's your time to spend with the kids. Don't do that, because you don't want to create the fact that something is missing, that is not complete. The circle is not missing. The circle is not complete, because you want the kids to feel that you guys will be okay regardless whether their mom is missing or dad is missing, that you guys are content, and it's not you discussing the narcissist is like something is not complete here, when it is. It's supposed to be. You want to have that message sent, and the kids need to feel that. Another one is the fifth one here is do not let the kids know or send that message that you are competing with the narcissist, because the narcissist is competing with you. That's what they do. You do A, they do A, B, and C, and D. You don't want to get into that game with them, or send them kids message where, well, I'm going to do this. Is that what he or she did? This is what I'm going to do. No, because, guess what? Who's going to be missing? Who's going to miss out and all of this is the kids. You're going to lose the kids, because the focus now shifts. You're not getting the mind game of the narcissist, which they're not going to get exhausted. This is how they live. This is their life. This is what they do. But that's not yours. So you do not send that message. So even when the kids come with whatever it is the narcissist did, and maybe how kids are, they probably want to get whatever they can get out of it. They can tell you so you can one up the narcissist, and they go back and get more. So of course they feel like they're benefiting, but then you are losing the kids, because you are the only one that cares about how the kids turn out. So you never want to tell the kids, okay, they did that, I'm going to do this. The kids are going to use that. And of course, like I said, you're the only one that cares how they turn out. So you don't want to give them that impression of we are in competition. You let the narcissist compete with themselves the way they compete with themselves. You're not going to get into that game with them. So guys, this is like 5 things out of probably many that you should not tell or do with the kids concerning the narcissist, because you have to keep the focus on the kids. And some of this stuff, as long as you keep the focus on the kids, is easier to do. As annoying, as angry as you are about something the narcissist does, but you keep the focus on the kids, because the only person that cares how the kids turn out is you. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Take care. Kate.